Dobre den,
Stravedi.
and welcome back to Bulgaria.
Yep, it's been a lovely week here this week, hasn't it?
It certainly has. What have we done this week, Han?
Oh, this week we've done quite a lot of things.
Oh, we haven't had a slow week.
No, the weather's been nicer, we've been out more. It's been a bit overcast in the mornings, but by lunchtime it's been lovely every day, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
So we've done quite a lot.
Yes, we were going to have one of those lazy weeks where...
Just drink beer and gin, but we thought, no.
Doss about a bit. But we thought, no, let's get on with some work this week. So that's what we've done.
That and the fact that we have now nearly run out of our first batch of beer.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to just sit back and drink the beer.
So last Saturday we had a visit from the village children.
Yes, quite unexpected. Well, 6 of them.
Yeah, celebrating Lazarus Day.
Which is, as you know, Lazarus' feast day.
Yeah, the Feast of St. Lazarus.
Which is always the Saturday before Palm Sunday, if you're interested.
And they have a custom called Lazaren?
Something like that.
Which is 6 maids going around the village, singing and dancing at each house.
Yep. And it's traditional then to give them gifts of flowers or...
Anything.
Anything, really.
We'd give them anything, which was really good because we
didn't know anything about it till they arrived.
And they arrived and we had to suddenly raid the sweetie drawer and the change pot and...
I lost a Toblerone.
Yeah, I'd lost a Toblerone. It's sad. But they were lovely, and they sang us about 3 songs, and they danced for us, and it was just lovely.
Absolutely.
I nearly cried.
Things like that keep happening that we keep not knowing about in advance. Stuff happens in the village that we don't know about, but we're
trying to learn.
Yeah.
We're noting it on calendars for next year.
So we're better prepared.
Yes. The weather brought lots of creatures out of the garden, didn't it?
They have, yes.
And lots of greenery.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got lettuce and peas are now in the garden.
Yep, popping up through the soil.
So they seem to be doing all right. Potatoes, no movement yet.
No, but we will keep you posted.
And other seeds have been planted, but seedling is very slow. Spring has been quite late here this year because the weather has been colder than normal, apparently.
Yeah. So.
But this week has made such a difference. Everything's suddenly gone green. The grass, we had to start trimming, didn't we, Adam?
Yes, I did.
The grass outside our kitchen window is nearly...
It was above the windowsill.
Yeah, so maybe 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
But we then ran out of petrol.
So
that's
send petrol.
We're going to have to work out a way of getting some more petrol.
Yep. But we've also had creatures in the garden, haven't we?
Yeah, we've seen our first hedgehogs.
We have.
We don't know if it was the same one, but we've seen 2 this week.
Yeah.
While we've been out with in the hedgerows and clearing the gully. Well, we were talking about how inured we've become to insect life compared to when we first arrived here, because you're just not used to it in the UK. But here, they're everywhere. The insects are everywhere, and most of them are pretty harmless. So we thought the more unusual ones, or the ones we certainly didn't see in England, though I believe firebugs you can now get in England, though they haven't gone further north than Liverpool.
Okay. So they're just getting to where we used to live.
Yeah. But they are starting to get there. But yes, they're quite harmless. They feed on vegetation.
Yeah.
They don't really do any damage to plants or crops.
But they do like the warm weather.
They like the warm weather, and they suddenly appear in mass when it's sunny on brick walls and on the pavements and things. And they have quite an interesting mating ritual, which means 2 of them join together, and it can last from anything from 12 hours to 7 days.
Blimey.
But they're quite pretty.
And
apparently they stink if you kill them.
Okay, so don't kill them.
Yeah, that's their defence mechanism against predators, is if they're crushed or if anything happens to them, they emit a very nasty smell. But we haven't killed any, so we don't know about that yet.
Have we got more bird life?
A lot more bird life. We had our first hoppy bird, or hoopy bird, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But they really are quite big, and they're quite gorgeous. The storks are still in the nest.
Yeah, still making their predator noise.
Yeah, clacking away in the mornings. And what else did we see? Jays, we've had nightingales. Swifts have come back.
They have. Yes, it's all go out in the garden.
Yeah, and very green. So I'm sure the grass grew about 2 feet in a week.
It seemed to, yeah.
So what else do we do?
Well, we've finished one stage of one project.
Yes.
We've finally finished the demolition stage of sorting out the front of the barn, and this is how it ended. Over the past few months we've been turning our attention to removing the front part of the barn. They were old animal pens which we used for chickens, pigs, goats. We had no use for them and they were in a state of disrepair and collapse. You may remember we removed part of the roof last year. This was to make it safe so it didn't collapse under the weight of snow in winter. We then went on to remove the rest of the roof, the beams, the wood, the doors, the mud brick walls, until eventually we got to the stage we're at now, where only the end wall remains. The end wall itself is in a state of disrepair. There's water damage which weakens it, makes it slightly dangerous for taking down, but we decided we'd do it brick by brick, starting from the top and working our way down. We started slowly, with me up a ladder and Lynn waiting to take the mud bricks off of me. Considering the state of the wall, they were remarkably difficult to remove. Each mud brick weighs around 6 kilograms when it's dry. When they're wet they're a little bit heavier and also harder to handle as they tend to crumble. About halfway down the wall there's a wooden beam embedded into the mud brick. This was used to support the roof of the animal pens and the floor of the hayloft above. It doesn't take us long to get to the stage where we have removed the mud bricks from underneath the roof. This shows that the mud brick wall at the end isn't actually joined onto the barn itself, it's a freestanding wall. We continue to remove mud bricks, attempting to keep them intact in case we need them for repairs elsewhere. Any that are good are stored in the barn, we'll come to those later. Here we can see the construction of the wall. It's layers of mud brick with mud cement used to hold them together. When this is dry it forms a remarkably strong bond. The end of the wall has now had the wet mud bricks removed, which is just leaving solid whole ones. We've sped up the final stage so you can see us finish removing the wall. As a rough calculation, we've moved 17 tons of mud brick, 350 plus tiles, 14 roof beams, various doors, windows, a large amount of soil, debris from the surrounding trees, vegetation and old building materials. Now that the wall is down and we've cleared the rubble, you can see the area has revealed a concrete base. We think this was the floor of the pig pen. The rest of the rubble will need clearing. We'll need to level the floors and sort out the wall, but that is the end of the demolition. So as well as finishing off the barn, we decided we'd do a bit of work around the edge of the property that borders onto our neighbours. The gully was just as overgrown as the grass outside the kitchen window, and a lot of overhanging trees that we hadn't looked at over the winter. They needed to be got under control, so we spent a couple of days I was up a ladder. A long way up a ladder. Sawing off trees with a handsaw, bringing bits down, dragging the wood back to our barn. But guess what? Wood processing. More wood processing. But yes, it's tidied up the bottom end immeasurably. And we even got a thumbs up. Liked it. We got a thumbs up from Gucho, our neighbour. When he turned up on this weekend, he came over and told us it was Dobre. A seal of approval from next door. Thumbs up. So it's always good to fit in well with the neighbours. What else have we done? Up on the common, our large flock of sheep have still been wandering around. We think this is their last week. Yeah. Because Easter here. Yeah, now it's Easter. Like we don't know. And lamb is big on the menu apparently. We don't know how many there'll be the day after tomorrow, do we? Yeah. It could be quite a thinning out, shall we say. At the moment it's quite wonderful. The sound of the bells is unbelievable. Yeah, it's like manic wind chimes going off. There's a little bit of video here. So apologies for the wind noise, and it's nowhere near as magical as it actually sounds in real life. No, it really is worth going and having a look at when we hear them. Yeah. So much so that we're on waving terms now with the shepherd.
He thinks we're very odd, the English couple that come
Come
out
to look
watch
at the sheep.
But it is just a magical sound.
Yeah.
When there's 100, when there's over 100 of them.
It's amazing how loud nature is out here. Not having the background noise of towns and cities that we're so used to in the UK. Everything sounds a lot louder.
Yeah, the cuckoos.
Yeah.
We've got a tripling cuckoo.
Yes, we've
Not
got
only
one that
cuckoo,
shows off, doesn't he?
Yeah, but does little arias for us
It's
occasionally.
like a jazz cuckoo.
Yeah, a jazz cuckoo. But yeah, all the bird song here is marvellous. So they have Easter here this weekend.
Yes, it's Good Friday today.
It is.
So happy Good Friday to all our Bulgarian friends.
And happy Easter.
Yes.
They don't seem to do. There are some chocolate eggs in the shops, but not many. But what they do is paint ordinary eggs.
Well, they hard boil them first.
Yeah,
And
we
then
think
they
they
paint
hard boil them.
We hope so. We'll find out when we open them. But
So
what you end up with, you get a painted egg, like this.
they're kind of marbled. I don't know if that's just coming up on the.
And I don't know if the idea is you hide them around the garden and the children find them, or what you do. But
No.
as we haven't got the children here, we won't be hiding them in the garden. But if we get visitors,
But we did buy some.
they're more than welcome to come and get an egg.
But they are quite beautiful.
Very pretty.
And they also have an Easter bread,
Mm-hmm.
which I can't quite remember the name of.
No, but I'm sure if you know it, put it in the comments for us.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's a sweet bread with currants and chocolate in it.
It's similar to hot cross buns with chocolate chips. That's very nice.
Yes. Bit like that. But we've had that this morning for breakfast. That was lovely.
So, plans for next week, hun?
We're going to go to Targovishti.
We'll see. we desperately need to get to Targovishti to get the cash, which we still haven't been able to get hold of.
We've absolutely run out of cash now. So we will get a bus to Targovishti next week.
We have enough cash for the bus.
There are a lot of holidays this week with the Easter holiday, and there's also a holiday on May the 6th,
St George's Day.
St George's Day. So that everything's shut for that. So I think we've got
I think
small windows of
possibly
opportunity.
Possibly
Saturday,
Wednesday
Tuesday.
or Tuesday or.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
But
find
because of all the holidays together, a lot of places are closing down for the whole week.
Oh, and finally, we've just hit over 100 subscribers. So thank you very much.
Yes, Adam had a little congratulatory email from YouTube.
Yeah. I'm saying keep it up. So keep it up.
Yes, I think there's been over 5,000 views of our video,
Yes, which
which is quite mad.
absolutely.
But lovely.
Thank you.
And the comments we've had from people have been really nice.
Yeah.
So, and we do appreciate them.
And we hope you're enjoying them. We'll just carry on putting them out there. See what we're up to next week.
Yeah. Well, until then, Doskaro.
Doskaro.
Stay safe, stay well.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Such a bad person at
You
doing
are.
this.
You're a bad person. Bad person.
That's wrong, isn't it? So.
But our nearest...
Oh no, we've moved too fast.
we have. We haven't done...
How shocking is that?